at Anastasia State Park.
Shit.
Everything good?
Yep, I'm good.
Cup of Cajun.
In the South, we call them bolt peanuts.
You can't rub on it to make it bigger, either.
I feel like I know you.
So the camera I got Owen for his birthday, kind of lost it.
Anastasia State Park. All right, we have a reservation for Site 100. Check in, go to our site.
Sorry.
This is a little bit of a tricky spot to get into because we have a tree back here in the middle of the site. Lynn's back there telling me. All right, I think we're as good as we're going to get. Let's get out and see what the site looks like. Well, we're okay. Look at this site though. Gosh, this is beautiful, isn't it? Man alive.
Maggie, what are you doing up there? Maggie says, I'll pee on it. Right back down. Hey, sweetheart. So if you're traveling around in a van with your spouse and it's their birthday, it's really hard to surprise them with anything. I did duck into Publix today and got him a key lime pie for later on. And we're going to get to go out to eat with some really good friends at one of his favorite restaurants here in St. Augustine. So I did get Owen something for his birthday. We got it before we left the house, and I'm actually recording on it right now. He is a really big techno nerd and he loves cameras and all that stuff, so we got a new camera. I hope y'all are enjoying it.
And we've made it back, and we just need to walk to campsite 100. Awesome trail, isn't it?
It is. It's a loop, so that makes it a lot easier. You don't have to worry about getting lost.
A lot of uphills and downhills for it to be a Florida trail too, so it is. Head back, Mag, a little over a mile. Kobe, so you guys watch us, and your names are?
Brad and Cheryl.
Brad and Cheryl.
No, we don't put a lot of.
Well, I sent a picture one time, Kobe watching y'all on TV.
You did. I remember that. I'll try to find it and put it with this.
I feel like I know you.
Stay in touch with us. Hey.
Hey.
Fine, brother. How are you?
I'm good.
Maggie, what the crap are we doing?
Hopefully we got enough room.
We got the whole shit part back here. My foot fell off, Maggie. Yeah.
Sorry, guys. We got to talking.
Why is that?
Look really good right now, but
My last video, you died.
always looks
Yeah, we were
good,
laughing
so.
our butts off.
Really? Wait a minute. I got to take this. It's our grandchildren.
Oh. I understand.
Hey, guys.
Happy birthday, go Ab.
Oh.
That's a big camera right there. You can't
rub on it to make it bigger, either. That's as big as it gets.
That's what she said. How do you do it?
I swear, and I told you this in the comments, I actually fell off the couch the day that he picked up Maggie's poop and put it and said, and you can also use the hand warmer and stuff. I fell off the couch, man.
You have a pup dog. Every morning pretty much starts out like this. Walking Maggie, letting her do her business. She is so regular. There are a lot of people who like to be that regular. And we're enjoying a beautiful walk while we do. Man picking up shells down by the water's edge, wearing little bitty speedos just as tight as they are red. He's not rocking a farmer's tan, he's as brown as he can be. Be careful where you look or you'll get scarred for life like me. There's no telling what you're gonna see down at the beach. Down at the beach. Four girls in a Jeep, must have been kinda hot. Stripped down to their skivvies out in the parking lot. They ran across the hot sand right by my wife and me. Jumped into the ocean where everything is free. There's no telling what you're gonna see down at the beach. Down at the beach, y'all. Down at the beach, people show love their ocean. Down at the beach, they wear anything, they get the notion. There's a whole lot of skin and not much modesty. There's no
Hey, pretty girl.
gonna see down at
Hey.
the beach. Down at the beach, y'all. Welcome to the beach.
Where you going? Yes, I do
The ball
drive.
sacks and the grannies, the hottest showing their tail. Well, they might as well be naked. Just as far as I can tell, there's a man with the driver, a sand bucket, and a ball, knocking them out in the ocean.
Hi there.
Hi.
Petite. We have a reservation for 2 nights.
What do you think when you come?
Been here before, Mommy.
Remember it?
Yeah, this is an old Florida campground. It's all sandy roads. Perfect, Mama, perfect.
It's you can't be picky.
We woke up in Anastasia State Park this morning. Now look at us. Here we are in Tomoka. Back at Tomoka, one of our favorite old southern, old-time Florida state parks. Now I got to see if this thing is in there okay, and if it's level, and if there's a better way for me to back it in. But boy, if we brought the trailer with us this time, this would have been a tight little spot to get into for sure. Woo! It's a tight little fit back here. Everything good?
Yep.
Everything good?
Yep, I'm good.
We had an 8-hour drive to get to the very tip of Georgia. And then we've been doing 1 and 2 hour drives to get to each campground as we've gone through Florida. Today we had a really good time this morning in Anastasia, and now we were set up and ready to begin our time here at Tomoka and Ormond Beach. One of our favorite places. You know why? Let the relaxation begin. Tomoka time. After an awesome dinner, we're going to ride the bikes down to the water to see one of these famous Tomoka sunsets. We've seen them before. We have high expectations, but you know, we're hoping it's going to be a beautiful one. Let's go.
If I should leave you, try to remember the good times, warm days filled with sunshine. We had some good times with just a little bit of rain. Try to remember the bad times, the lonely days, though, and the sad times. We had some good times, filled with just a little bit of rain, little bit of love. All the good times, the warm days filled with sunshine. We had a good time, did we, baby? Just a little bit of rain. We had some good times, baby, filled with just a little bit of rain.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
You're pretty happy this
I
morning.
am pretty happy this morning.
pretty happy. Having the bikes is a lot like having a motorcycle almost, that you can travel around and see different things without having to get the van out, and we like that. Kelly, I know she's grown.
Welcome to the Tomoka Outpost.
One of our favorite places.
For sure. Peanuts, that's what we're gonna have.
Cup of Cajun.
Two of the nicest people we've ever encountered in our travels, and this is spicy here.
They're good. They're good.
Mm.
Have you ever had boiled peanuts? They are different. Owen loves them.
In the South, we call them bolt peanuts.
Bolt.
These are good. That was awesome. Simple meal, but man, that was an awesome lunch.
A meal?
Well, it was my lunch, so that's peanuts for.
Pretty bad. But I'll be honest with you, I've never really thought I liked boiled peanuts before. I've tried them before and I never liked them, but these are awesome. They kind of taste like beans.
Pintos.
Yeah, beans.
They taste a lot better than pintos.
They do taste a lot better.
They're probably going to have the same effect in the van later on today.
But they're really, really good. You should try them if you come here.
This is the view that we've had sitting here, and it's been fantastic to sit here and watch all the boats come in and the kayakers go by. But here's the view we've had. The Cornelius is on this place. They're a young couple, and if you're here, do us a favor and stop by and support them, and tell them that Owen, Lynn, and Maggie sent you to see them, and they'll appreciate it. They work really, really hard, and in the South we would say they're good people. It's what we did right there. Cold beer, boiled peanuts, and some fun time with the owners. But Maggie, got to get back and see how she's doing. Little pup dog. There's a pup dog. Hey.
Wait a minute.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Let me give you a kiss, Mama. Okay. You happy we're home, Mag? You are, aren't you?
No wonder we can't keep the van clean. Maggie. Is that necessary? Is that necessary? No.
Is that what you wanted?
But that's how she tells you she wants to go for a walk.
Oh.
Too.
Do you want to go for a
Can I
walk?
have it? Can I have it? Can I have it? So the camera I got Owen for his birthday, he had it on his shirt. He took his shirt off and he kind of lost it. Didn't realize it until we were way down the road. I think he found it, but there's been cars going down the road, so let's see if it's any good.
Well, I dropped my camera. Had to walk all the way back up here. I don't know how it's fared. It looks like it has been run over a couple of times. It'll be interesting to see what kind of footage comes off of it.
Okay. To get run over?
I think it's been run over a couple of times.
Oh no.
But it didn't even break the lens.
Okay.
But it's starting. I think it's working.
Is it working?
Looks like it's working.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's an action camera.
Oh my goodness, scared the crap out of me.
I had it stuck on this little magnet thing right here
on
the outside of my
yeah.
shirt.
And you took the shirt
Took my
off.
shirt off, forgot that it was there, and boom, it dropped. So my little Insta360 camera is a little harder to push since it was run over a few times in the sand. So I think I'm going to try to rinse out some of the sand by holding it underneath the water here. I know that sounds crazy, but this thing is able to be submerged in water, so maybe rinsing out all this sand is a good idea. That actually fixed the problem. I guess I rinsed a little bit of the sand out from underneath the front of it, and I can feel it now whenever I press. This thing was run over at least twice, and it's still working. I've only had it a week, and I got to tell you that it's one thing that I purchased for a camera that has changed a lot about how I do videos. I just keep it right here, and if something happens, I pop it out and I turn it around and I grab what I'm looking for, and then I put it back, and it's just easy to get the footage that we need to show you guys what's going on during the day. Now, it's not the footage that's going to win any kind of awards. It's no big file size, and it's not really that many pixels, but it's good enough for YouTube, and it's good enough for us right now. Let us know if you think it's changed how we do things, and do you like it better when we were using better cameras? I think doing something and getting more and getting it easier beats doing less but getting better quality.
What's your name?
What's your name, baby?
Right on. To having great news.
That's
That's fantastic.
Best, isn't it?
That is definitely a weight off.
It
And
is.
next step, you're heading out west after Florida.
So
Look at this.
your trip
That's
becomes
fantastic.
longer. It
Hey,
is. We will definitely
welcome to
drive
beautiful
through there because
Ormond
it
Beach,
looks like one of my
Florida,
favorite
the birthplace of speed.
places that I've never even heard of before.
Not the
You like
road
it?
I'd
speed.
much rather
Oh, not at all.
That's-
The car speed.
So we always say the best part about having the van and traveling are the friends that we make
Yeah.
and the people we get to see, and it's just
Mike and Steph are definitely one of those people.
good morning. Florida. Hard to beat waking up in Florida. Thanks for being with us,
At a place that we love.
and until next time,
Happy Tales.
happy tales are here again.
Happy Tales are here again.
We're not heading home, are we?
No,
Further into Florida.
inland this time.
That's right. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. We love you for it. See you next time.